All right, let's dive right back on to the yellow brick code. Today, in this explainer, we are tackling Chapter 4, the cowardly encryption. It's this absolutely fascinating space where the magic of a classic tale crashes headfirst into the very real, everyday anxieties of our modern digital world. Let's get right into it.
So, right off the bat, our heroes, who are still rocking those exact brilliant character models we saw back in Chapter 1, by the way, are plunged into a highly dangerous digital environment. The suspense is literally immediate. The Scarecrow, with his internal LEDs noticeably dimming with worry, perfectly captures that gut feeling of walking into a space where every single thing feels like a trap. You can almost feel the digital humidity spiking the second they step off the safe path.
And wow, what a setting! The yellow brick code winds straight through the dark forest of the deep web. Notice how the trees here aren't made of wood. They're constructed from these jagged shards of black glass. And the shadows, they aren't just dark spots. They actively look like they're trying to steal Dorothy's login credentials. It is a stunning, perfectly executed visual of the underlying anxiety we all get when we're navigating the darker, unknown corners of the internet.
Okay, let's dive into this, because the cybersecurity metaphors creeping around in these shadows are just incredibly clever. The Scarecrow isn't just paranoid about creepy plants. He's spotting fishing vines trying to hook them, and he's super suspicious that Trojans are lurking behind the rocks, just waiting to ambush. In response, the Tin Woodman steps up as their shield. He raises his silver axe and announces his Vanguard protocol is active and his firewalls are on high alert. It's this beautifully tense standoff between malicious malware and defensive software.
But you know, that tension, it breaks. And not with some stealthy little virus, but with a massive disruption. Suddenly, a roar just echoes through those jagged glass trees. But here's the catch. It isn't a roar of strength. It's literally described as a roar of high-volume anxiety. And outbounds this massive creature, directly onto the path, sporting a terrifying tangled mane made entirely of fiber-optic cables.
The sheer scale of the intimidation tactic happening here is wild. This is the great lion of the digital forest, right? He's wearing this massive golden collar that boldly declares him a Supreme Security Admin Level 9. I mean, that title alone is designed to make any unauthorized user completely freeze up. But look closely. Right alongside that grand, imposing title, those tangled fiber-optic cables in his mane are frantically flashing a red error light. There is a massive contradiction happening right before our eyes.
And then we get this absolutely brilliant subversion of everything we expect. The massive Level 9 admin roars again, trying to assert his dominance. But Toto, Dorothy's tiny little companion, simply lets out a sharp, tiny bark. The reaction? No way! This supposed monster, the ultimate guardian of the forest, literally shrieks, jumps 3 feet in the air, and scrambles to cower behind a cluster of jagged server racks. The contrast between his intimidating exterior and his sheer terror is hilarious for sure, but it also reveals a profound truth about his core programming. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what's going on beneath the surface. As Dorothy approaches him with total empathy, realizing, he's basically just a giant bundle of nerves, the lion whimpers out his confession. He admits that despite his imposing title as King of the Forest, a simple pop-up window is enough to make him lose his confidence.dll file. He was designed to be the ultimate encryption, the great guardian of the wizard's secrets, but he is completely and utterly terrified of his own shadow code.
Which brings us to a really vital concept. Look at this stark contrast between expectation and reality. The lion is the ultimate metaphor for security theater. On the outside, you've got the technical exterior, the Level 9 collar, the intimidating fiber-optic mane. But on the inside, in his spiritual center, he admits he's nothing but bloatware. The wizard gave him the appearance of courage just to intimidate competitors, but entirely forgot to program any internal stability. This matters immensely because it perfectly mirrors how shiny, aggressive tech exteriors in our own real world often mask deep, hollow, internal vulnerabilities. He looks secure, but inside, he's literally as hollow as a deleted file.
The poignancy of this moment is actually kind of striking. This great beast is sobbing, wiping his eyes with a tuft of his cable mane, and his voice cracks like a terrible low-bandwidth connection. He confesses that he has zero visible peace, just a constant, never-ending state of being rattled. It's such a tragic existence for a program that was literally built to be the ultimate guardian. It really highlights the heavy toll of projecting fake strength when you have absolutely no inner resilience to back it up. But Dorothy listens with such a true partner's grace. She doesn't mock him, she completely understands. In fact, she makes this highly astute observation about the Wizard of Oz technology.
She points out that the wizard seems to forget a lot of really important things, right? The scarecrow's brain, the woodman's heart, and now the lion's courage. The wizard is exceptionally good at building that technical exterior, but he completely missed the spiritual center of his creations.
So, the crucial point is Dorothy's brilliant invitation to fix this. She tells them they're off to see the wizard to ask for what's missing and invites the lion to tag along. But listen closely to how she reframes his entire problem. She says, maybe you don't need more encryption. Maybe you just need to find the courage that's already hidden in your code. She isn't telling him to, go download a new patch or upgrade a firewall. She's telling him that true courage isn't some external add-on. It's an inherent feature already inside him, just waiting to be unlocked. And the impact of that empathy? It is immediate. The lion asks if she really thinks he could be a real king, not just some simulation. Dorothy replies that his honesty about being scared is literally the truest thing in this entire dark forest. That honesty right there, that's his first real act of courage. Emotionally validated, those frantic red error lights on the lion slowly fade into a soft, curious amber. He officially joins the group, the Braid. You hear the rustle of the scarecrow, the metallic click of the woodman, and now the soft, nervous padded step of the lion as they follow the yellow brick code toward the glow of the Emerald City.
This chapter leaves us with such a powerful reflection. It asks us to look past all those impressive collars and intimidating fiber optics. So I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. In our own lives and in the systems we build every single day, are we relying way too much on external security theater to project strength? Or are we doing the much harder work of actively cultivating the courage and internal stability that's already hidden in our own internal code? Think about that as you navigate your own dark forests. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.